All right, trucks at Daytona. I love super speedways. Well, we're on vacation, I guess. Olympic vacation. I guess that's fine. I do this just for pit stops. You guys have seen this before. Actually, probably if you're watching this, I bet you haven't seen. I've done like 6 of these, and they're all the same. I feel like, but here's the trick. Here's why you came here. Qualifying trick. Start in 4th gear. It's just so that we don't heat up our tires coming off a pit road. Because these cars, none of the oval cars like tire heat for super speedway qualifying. Because what that does, I don't know, it slows you down ever so slightly. It's worth like a couple hundredths. So I'm just going to take it at 103 miles an hour, 102, 101. Anything over 100, I'm just going to roll it. It's going to be second lap, hot lap anyways. We can't get up to speed quick enough. So we just have some time to talk about life. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing good. It's hot here. I wish it was as cloudy as it was here in this game. Sorry, sim. Alright, this is about where I start going full throttle. Close to the end of close to turn 3. Because we still want to make sure we're up to speed for the lap, you know what I mean? But we want to be kind of low speed for as long as possible. Thing that people do, that you can do, I don't do it because I already run low enough force feedback. If you're really struggling with holding your wheels steady during super speedway laps, turn off your force feedback. And then just turn it back on for the race, but you don't need it for qualifying. And like sometimes it hurts you when you hit a bump and you just really are having the wheel moved around on you. Like that's just going to slow you down. Is that realistic? Of course not, but I'm not here to be realistic. You know what? The more I drive this, the more I realize that I remember that the steering offsets that iRacing does for the trucks at super speedways are fine. So don't mess with the steering offset. Okay, here on the seam, don't go right by the wall. If you go right by the wall, you're going to have a little tiny bit of drag. Now we're going to go down, exit at 4, and straighten out the wheel as early as possible. And then we're going to try to meet the yellow line here. Now it's all a game of don't hit the apron. Going to try to enter shallow without hitting the apron. Then just hold the wheel. Again, good reason to have no force feedback on. It's not too bad at this Daytona. But yeah, let it come up here. Just let your car tell you where you want to go on the exit there. It ends up being about a lane up. Don't want to hold it all the way at the bottom. That kills your speed. Okay. Stay right there. Hold it. Don't touch it. Don't touch anything. And at some point, the car's going to want to come up. You let it. Straighten out your wheel about a lane up. Come back down. Gotta go restart zone. That was like, I don't know if I could have done any better than that, honestly. So I'm sure there's a couple hundredths in it, but also it's track temperature specific. So if you're wondering why you're faster or slower or whatever, 82-degree track temp. I don't know how track temp affects super speedway qual times, but the hotter it is, the slower your time will be. So that's something to keep in mind. In terms of guide for the race, I really do recommend you qualify. Oops, I dropped something. See fixed as a race. It's sometimes a little hard to get runs and make your way through the field, and a lot of people like to lay in the back. But at a certain point, when everyone's trying to be in the front, that's where the wrecks happen. So if you're in front of all of that, that's the best thing to do. Learn how to bump draft. Go into open lobbies. Go into practice lobbies. Find people to bump draft with. Get really comfortable with bump drafting because people notice in these races who's good at bump drafting. If you're wondering why you're always getting hung out in these races, it's probably because people don't think you're very good at bump drafting, or they've just never seen you do something that makes them think, oh, I want to be with that guy. You got to prove yourself throughout the race. That's the whole point of super speedway racing. If you're just sitting around not doing anything, then you're not doing any of those things, and nobody's going to know what you're capable of, and you're going to get hung out a lot. So just learn all these things and then show people that you know them. But that's really the big tips I have for super speedway racing. So thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all on the track.